And hello again, boys and girls. Welcome back to the channel. I just tried streaming playing as Brandenburg for the past 4 hours, and I got absolutely smashed. First, I got stuck into a junior partnership with Austria, who I then spent about 100 years trying to get the Ottomans to help support my independence, which they did. I got independence. The Ottomans abandoned the alliance, and then the Austrians declared war on me. And then, of course, I replayed. I grew very large too quickly. And then I got coalition to death the second time around. So this time we're going to play a bit of an easier nation. We're going to play as England. Let's do some colonial memes and be left alone. I do potentially want to play actually Spain. We'll play Spain instead. We'll play Spain because Spain's a pretty fun nation to play. It's a pretty easy nation as well. So that's pretty chill. And so we'll give the bad boy a go instead. Because of course you start off pretty strong. You can do very well in terms of forming alliances. Altogether, it's a pretty safe nation, you know, pretty safe nation, so you can't complain too much. It's going to go all the way along the coast. That's the plan. You won't peace out. That's fine. I'll send this army down and beat the hell out of these fellows. Okay, that's sue for peace. Give me this. Give me that. Give me this. Okay, that's not sue for peace. Which is more valuable? I'm happy with that. I'll head back down this way. Push back to colonize. Jesus. You know what? Peace out of you. And take these guys back up north. Alright, so now I gotta go with the Sanai. Wait for my diplomats to turn back up. Bloody Indian NATO here. Much I did enjoy those years of prosperity. Most of them were spent fighting wars of colonization. Okay, let's keep on trying to fight the fires here, shall we? We've got rebels to deal with first, and then once we've dealt with the rebels, we can deal with other things. Send this army up. No, you're gonna get absolutely crushed. Because you have to be, because you're just completely insane. Like, you guys are just completely insane. Like, I didn't realise the colonies were that bad. If I realised the colonies were going to be that intense, I would never have come. Like, as soon as they spot you, they almost beeline to crush you. I mean, it's more entertaining than what it was before, where you just sort of blob incessantly, but... I don't suspect the AI does a very good job of actually colonising anymore. Is Zoo losing it? Hope so. No, it's not. What have they did to the New World is just turned it into one big cluster. Like, there's no surviving it half the time. It's just a battle to get an actual foothold. like bloody D-Day, but on a larger scale. Who's in charge of these wars then? Ugh. Already at war. Like I'm gonna play and warn you. Ugh, I can't even do that. Gotta work out who is doing this. So I'm at war with Lanap, Shakhtar, Natchez, and okay. These guys are at war with okay, Lanap, Colina. Nope. Thank you. Yeah. Castilian economy has collapsed. I don't know what to say about that. It's just like New Castile has just collapsed, just been pushed straight out. I mean, the only way I could see this working is if I recolonized the south and moved up from the south. It's like piecemeal. That's the only way I could see this working in the long term. Small pleasures, eh? Again, we're going to go piecemeal up here. We're not going to like overdo it. Taking out one guy, or taking out a bit of a guy there, a bit of a guy there, so we don't overextend. Effort I've had to go through to keep this going. Insanity. At least I think they realised the strat to overexpand and just like stop other nations from colonizing, but I've yet to see any other nation really colonize because of how difficult it is. I mean, you got Scotland who was able to get some of the northern parts. And of course you had Portugal who got all the empty areas, but apart from that, you're sort of on your own. Okay, boys, we're going to leave it here. I'll come back to this to try and continue on the quest to sort of secure the new world, but it is a pretty rough experience, I will admit. I think the big mistake I made was trying to do the mass expansion, but because of how aggressive these guys are and the nature of the combat now, where you don't get immediately called in, there's constantly declaring war on your self-sustaining colonies, and it just means that you're always sort of having to come back in, sort them out, and just generally stop them doing stuff, which is easier said than done. Like even now, like they're just wandering through my territory trying to stop me. But I think I've found the fix, basically using vassal hordes to do most of the heavy lifting for you. I mean, it'll work for a while, but after a certain amount of time, it's just not going to work. Okay, boys. Now we will hold it here. So what I found is that it appears like the Native Americans or the Indians, however you want to say it, just are pre-designed to just like blob out and then contain European colonization in America. And of course, if you try and do the old strat of expanding along the coastline as quickly as possible to block other people out, you just end up coming across more and more enemies and slowly getting wiped out that way. So you've got to move up piecemeal, like slowly but surely along the line, just taking bits and bobs before solidifying a position. So what I should have done is what I'm doing now, moved up, knocked out this guy, knocked out this guy, knocked out this guy, and then moved forward again and moved forward again, and that way I've got a nice self-contained line. In the meantime, you know, New Castile is getting stronger and less likely to die horribly. Of course, depending on where you are, like here, old rules apply, it's uncolonized, so you're pretty safe to go. But it is definitely a very hard war, because if you try and keep on attacking and advancing, you knock out one group and you get knocked out by another group, and it just keeps going and going and going and going, and there's no real way of stopping it, which is unfortunate in any case. But we've done okay. We've solidified our positions with our vassals. We're just going to move around our vassals. We aren't going to take our vassals because we use our vassal swarms to move forward. I can probably delete this unit now, if I'm honest with you, because I don't know why I've got this unit here in the first place, and I've got a bit of a sore throat. But damn, that is insane! Like the sheer scale of of the nightmare that is the USA or North America now is awful. You might as well just go around it and have a bit of a time that way. I mean, don't get me wrong, there is profit to be had there, but the amount of profit you have, the amount of investment I've made compared to the profit I'm getting, just ain't enough, you know. Just ain't enough. But that's it, boys. Thank you for watching. We'll continue later on, and I'll see you all later. Adieu.